We're going. Oh my gosh!
They won't release her so that she can get treatment.
I have nothing to do with this.
You did!
Well, I don't see too many Canadian flags over the road here.
No, there's another country. What country is that?
This is shocking. This is shocking.
What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. Today we are in Ottawa, Canada with Billboard Chris. Chris, what are we doing here today?
We're having a protest about gender ideology in schools and about the madness that leads to, which is medicalizing of children who are perfect just the way they are, but instead they're being maimed and sterilized.
You ready to get after it?
Let's do it.
Let's go talk to some people. There you go. So we have an observer already that's walking over. I'm betting police officers swarm and then nothing works out.
Okay, well,
So we'll try it out. We'll try to get some interviews.
Who should we choose to talk to?
It's not working out. Okay. How you guys doing?
Excuse me, but you're not allowed in this area.
Oh, we asked the police. They told us we could come over because we just want to ask some questions. That's all.
You did not ask the police. They did not tell you that. And
We're being surrounded, but that's okay. We'll keep going. All right, guys.
Get out of here.
We're going. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go. All right. All right, this isn't working. Okay. All right. So that didn't work out. That didn't work out. I'm not sure that I've met a group that is that anti-talking. I mean, you really can't talk. Oh, here we go. Okay, somebody got arrested, I guess. All of this exploded because we walked through. Just that was it. That was it. Did we even get a chance to say anything to anybody? My man, tell me about what's going on here.
No, go f*** off. You're
Okay.
a fascist piece of shit. Go away.
I am absolutely not. How you doing, miss? You having a good day? There are people being arrested, being carried away. We have the activists that are not happy. People are upset about the couple being arrested. Probably a part of some assaults. Did you see anybody getting assaulted? I mean, they were grabbing my stuff, but I don't think anybody hit me. At least I don't remember.
I didn't see anyone. I was too busy getting myself out of the way. We were suddenly surrounded by rainbow flags and...
It got a little hairy. My man, how's the day going today?
It's going good. It's going great.
What are your thoughts? Tell me.
It's getting a little crazy. I saw a couple people in full black doing some stuff they weren't supposed to do.
Are these people all local, do you think? Or are they from around town?
I think most of them are probably local. Well, actually, I heard one of them saying that the school is actually one of the ones that talked to them to get some of them down here. That's what one of them said. Don't take that from me.
There is a Progress Pride flag, an activist flag on the school. So that seems pretty believable, actually.
Kind of believable. Adds up, I think.
You remember that whole punch a Nazi thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like it was a trend, punch a Nazi. Like this is the kind of things that come from that kind of language.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Especially when you label people you don't agree with Nazis.
You know, an actual Nazi, like these are literally parents and grandmas showing up that are saying, hey, don't sterilize children, you know? But hey, you know, if you're indoctrinated enough, that becomes a reality. That grandma now becomes a Nazi.
Yeah.
You have people that are so fearful of a conversation that me and a woman walk over there, casually walking over. Yeah, granted, we have a camera.
You don't have signs or anything.
But we don't have signs. Right. She has her tea. We don't have signs or anything. And the response is literal violence. It's so extreme that I couldn't even see what was going on around us. There was people battling, officers taking people down, you know. I'm trying to get out of there and survive and watching myself so I don't get hit in the face anywhere. Good
Why
stuff.
is it the people on the right side of history always hide their identity?
On the right side of history?
Well, they think they're on the right side of history. It's 2025 and they're all wearing masks.
If you believe that it's such a big thing and that you are right, that you are transgender, take your masks off, take your costumes off, show us who you are. But every one of them have masks on.
Well, you guys, I drink a lot of coffee. Some of it's been decent, most of it's absolute garbage, but 1775 coffee is the one that I actually look forward to every single morning. No weak brews, no burnt taste, which is the worst, just bold, small batch, single origin coffee that actually delivers. It's got an 85+ cupping score, meaning it's not just good, it's specialty grade, and trust me, you can taste the difference. They have their dark roast for when you need to wake the hell up, a medium roast for an all-day go-to, and their Vitality Mushroom Blend, which is packed with lion's mane, which is proven to help with cognitive function. And that's just to name a few. You guys, this coffee is hand-picked, roasted fresh, and made for those who stand for hard work, freedom, and for coffee that actually delivers. You guys, do not go out and waste your money every single morning on bad coffee. Go to 1775coffee.com, use my promo code, and get 15% off. You can start your morning with coffee that actually stands for something. If you're a coffee drinker, all I ask is that you give one bag a try. I think you guys are gonna really like it. Take advantage of this promo. I will put a link down in the description below. All right, let's get back in this video.
Sir, tell me what brought you out here today.
I, like a lot of other people, are against having children make decisions that, they really shouldn't be making.
We're here to tell the Alphabet Mafia to leave our kids alone. Kids can't vote, they can't smoke, they can't drink. What makes you think that they can change their sex? We're confusing kids and it's not fair.
The most effective cure for gender dysphoria is puberty. Why block it? That's correct.
Well, I don't see too many Canadian flags over the road here.
No, there's another country. What country is that? There's not a single Canadian flag over there, huh?
Nope.
I live here and I proceed as if we have something like the First Amendment. I proceed as if we have free speech because I don't technically know that we don't. I think everybody thinks there are things you can't say.
What is the difference? Is there a major difference? I mean, in the United States, we do have corporations censoring Americans. We have government agencies, colluding with those corporations as well. It seems like you guys have some of the same problems here, for sure.
We do have free speech, but we do have hate speech legislation as well. And it's all very murky about what meets the definition of actual hate and what is just political speech. So I proceed with the fact that nothing I say is hateful, though it might offend people, but causing offense is not hate. So I say whatever I've got to say and I don't care.
What would you say to them if you were talking to them right now and they were saying that, you're being, let's say, hateful, or maybe it's a far-right position to be holding the views that you do?
I'd say that I believe in truth, and I believe that the least hateful thing that you can do is tell the truth to people. I think that's how we love people.
It's just so hilarious to me that anyone could take offense to it, that anyone could think this is hateful or transphobic.
Is this the radical position?
This is. Children, what does it say?
Is this
Children
the radical right-wing position?
Born in the wrong body. This will make you a transphobic bigot. I was once holding this at a protest, and our Prime Minister at the time, Justin Trudeau, called it a transphobic sign. So the general consensus is that this completely sane, rational, factual comment is hateful.
They're in front of a school right now, protesting to mutilate children in front of a school.
How do you explain that to somebody that's from the 1990s?
They would laugh in your face. They would tell you, they would probably put you in they would 5150 you probably.
My name is Maxime Bernier. I'm the leader of the People's Party of Canada. That's the populist political party at the national level who is fighting for Canadians. And we are fighting for ending mass immigration in Canada and also that crazy radical gender ideology. We are the only national political party that is speaking the truth. I was there also during the COVID hysteria here in Canada. I did fight for freedom of choice with informed consent. And because of that, I was arrested, handcuffed, and put in jail. It's a crazy time here in Canada.
But just to clarify for the audience, the People's Party of Canada, is that the most similar party to, let's say, MAGA in the United States, or no?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So we are the only national political party that is speaking about these issues and about our future. I believe at this election, it will be the surprise of this election. And anyway, we are there for the long term. We'll be there at the next election in Canada in 2 years or 4 years. And more people, when I started that political party, we did speak against mass immigration. And, that was not popular at that time, but that was the right thing to do. And now you have the majority of Canadians who are saying, yes, enough is enough with that. And we believe that these people will come and support us.
What are your thoughts about their turnout? Is it weak? Is it good? What do you think?
It's weak. First, I came here on my own in 2021 with no notice just to talk to some parents, and I didn't stand right in front of the school. I was down the street.
Right. They were more motivated back then?
Yeah, the next day, without any notice, there were 300 of them mobbing me. And all the media came out as well.
I'm curious if it's losing steam or if it's gaining steam when it comes to Canada specifically. What do you think?
Oh, gender ideology is definitely losing steam. There's absolutely no doubt about it. The people on the side of reality are gaining huge momentum all the time. I can see a massive difference from when I started 4.5 years ago to now. Back then, nobody knew what puberty blockers were. Hardly anyone on the street had ever heard of them.
Yeah.
And today, I mean, you've seen it out on the street. I get a lot of support. I get high fives. I get thumbs up. I get people honking their horns in support.
Well, the counter-protesters aren't talking to us, so we're going to cruise around town and try to have some conversations.
What is a puberty blocker?
It's a drug that stops your puberty. So the sign says children cannot consent to essentially stopping their puberty.
For these kids who say they're transgender and they want to switch their sex, they stop their physical development.
That's not cool. That's not cool.
They give testosterone to little girls.
Wow.
And that causes lifetime damage.
This is shocking. This is a shocking. I'm as a mother. Oh no, I cannot believe that.
Well, you're a good mom.
I wasn't even reading what's in here, and I came to
Should
you.
we clarify this for you?
Because I thought you were an abortion activist. So
This has nothing to do with abortion.
yeah. So
Yeah. Would you like to read it?
children cannot consent to puberty blockers. Well, did you know that I have spent the last 8 months in jail, incarcerated for having had an abortion?
I don't know how we would know that.
How did that happen?
Next to a transgender mother, okay, who's waiting to receive a heart.
So what was the criminal conviction for?
My
Because you didn't get a conviction for having an abortion.
My brother-in-law pushed me to the ground in front of 5 security cameras. The police failed to submit any evidence. The Crown has a duty. The burden of proof rests on the Crown to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that I assaulted my in-laws.
Okay, so you weren't in jail for having an abortion. It's got nothing to do with that.
Sounds like assault charges.
One eternity later.
You're not welcome in our community.
What community are you talking about?
The community in which Raven Hitzman is in prison waiting for a heart because she made a mistake
we can lower the volume.
when she was a child.
We can lower the volume.
She made a mistake.
I don't even know who you're talking
she
about.
has a juvenile record. She went to prison for killing her girlfriend. She's a transgender woman waiting to receive a heart. She's an adult.
What does that have to do with what we're talking about right now?
She's on food strike, trying to kill herself in jail because they won't release her so that she can get treatment.
I have nothing to do with this.
You did!
I did?
Yes, because you infected her when she was in prison.
Okay,
and
thank you
now
for your time.
she's
Thank you for your time.
dying, waiting to receive a heart.
All right, you guys, we're trying to get some conversations going. We are having a couple distractions. We'll work it out.
He did record me and he did interview me. I want my interview to be deleted.
What are your thoughts about this going on? I mean, giving children puberty blockers, is that just crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy, I know.
What do you think about this?
I concur. Because moving to Canada was a lot of culture shock with new ideologies and stuff like that. And I believe in respecting other people and whatnot. But if you ask me for my personal views, all my ideas come from my Christian ideology. And so I do think this is it's good work you guys are doing.
Yeah. Cool.
Where are you from?
Nigeria.
Yeah, that would be a culture shock.
Very much
Tell us more about that. What was that like?
It was talking about people don't really want to have conversation anymore, and because for me, I don't care whatever your ideologies are. Let us have a conversation about it, because Vivek Ramaswamy always says, if you don't allow people to talk, they scream. So people should not be. And when you try to have conversations like with people, they call you names, and it's like don't call names. Let's have a conversation. Freedom of speech, express regardless of whatever your thoughts are. Let us have a conversation about it, and we can be respectful about it.
I was going to say, it's funny you just brought up Vivek Ramaswamy. His whole thing is having respectful debate, respectful conversations. Let's see where we disagree. Let's not shout at each other. And you find that to be kind of the more that's the proper approach to this,
Absolutely, because that's what democracy is. But the moment where somebody disagrees with your opinion and then you just call them names, that's not don't. And to me, in a way, it feels like, they call people that have such opinions, they call them fascists and whatnot. I'm like, if you don't allow conversation, that sounds like fascism. So it sounds like reverse fascism. And I'm like, let people talk.
So what do you guys think about it?
What do I think about it? Well, I obviously think we shouldn't be doing this. I think kids are perfect just as they are, and they don't need drugs or scalpels to be their true selves, but this ideology teaches them that they might be...
What if they're influenced by parents?
The parents shouldn't have the right to sterilize their own child. Right? Parents, I'm all about parental rights, but there's one right they don't have, and that's the right to abuse their child. And child transition is child abuse.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chris and I are having trouble finding opposition around Ottawa. Not much pushback. Not that much.
Yeah. Certainly not people who want to engage at all.
Yeah. Some middle fingers, some meth bombs, but most drive-bys.
That's what I'm used to.
Before you saw the sign, would you guys like to talk about it?
Hold on. Look at these guys. Are these the kind of guys that you would... I'm putting myself, if I were a young man or a woman, are those the types of individuals that you would look at and say, I want to aspire to be like that?
Right.
No, you wouldn't.
No.
So isn't it ironic that, hair down to his ass?
Well, what I think is so impressive right here is before you even saw the signs, you saw somebody saying nasty things about him, and your first reaction was, why would you say that about someone?
And I was waiting for an answer. I was waiting for an answer.
And that was before you even saw the signs.
I didn't know what the sign said. I saw a sign, someone walked.
It's a very positive way to approach life right there.
Exactly.
All I heard was...
Very mature.
Very mature.
Yeah. But what do you think of this message?
Retired. Well, I've agreed with that for literally years now, and it breaks my heart that it's even an argument. It's even a conversation.
Right. Yeah.
But again, this is where you have to think like it can't be based on logic. It's got to just be because you're on that side and I'm on this side. Because you couldn't logically explain to me why that's a bad thing, right?
Correct.
So, anyways, but yeah, that breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart that it has to be about sides. It can't just be that's a good thing and that's maybe not such a good thing, regardless of how I feel of the individual.
And I'm here to have conversations, that's all.
Yeah.
Because kids are being harmed and we should be able to talk about it. And the reason I do this, I used to have a real job, I was a financial guy, but when the government's pushing this and all the social workers and psychologists and counselors and it's in schools and they're all pushing this.
That's where it starts.
We have to raise awareness. So
none of it could be here naturally, right? It's being pushed by hundreds of millions of dollars, NGOs, government bodies, whatever it may be. This stuff really doesn't gain traction naturally.
Yeah, and it's the seeds are planted at institutions where, they're told that, you can be anything you want as you can, and that's the right message. But I feel like there's a bit of a unrealistic sense of self-worth maybe that's instilled in people, so they get these big crazy opinions.
Do whatever you want, aspire to be something in life. You can't change your sex, and we shouldn't do this to kids especially. If someone wants to do something to their body as an adult, that's a totally different conversation.
Mazel tov.
But teaching children that they might have been born in the wrong body just because they're a bit different or they're struggling, that's affirming self-hatred. That's all it does.
Yeah. It's an absolute disservice. Right? They're claiming to help young people.
It just so happens that the children that grab onto that negative ideology, that false promise, happen to be dealing with serious mental issues as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. It all starts in the house, right? It all starts in the home. Kids who grow up with a strong father and mother figure in the picture, the statistics are where they should be, and it's non-debatable, but you can see how that cycle continues, right? Not going to be much strong parenthood in the house if you're fighting over stuff like this.
What do you think about puberty blocking drugs that stop puberty in children? Should we be experimenting on children with those or no?
Honestly, no.
These are just little kids. So I think it's child abuse, to be honest with you. Children cannot consent to life-changing, irreversible harm.
And everybody has their own opinion. That's just mine and you just yours.
When people say that, it's almost like a knee-jerk reaction because they say it about so many other political issues that aren't like this.
Right.
They say it about taxes or healthcare or whatever. Hey, your opinion, blah, blah, blah. And I think they just throw that in there. I don't actually know if they genuinely mean that. I don't know if he actually meant that. Maybe he did. We could have unpacked that with him. I don't know if he actually meant it, though.
Honestly, it's like a psychological defense mechanism to avoid conflict.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own opinion. Oh, okay. Well, no, this isn't my opinion any more than me saying that Pluto is a planet is an opinion. It's not an opinion. Pluto is a planet. And Pluto has been hard done by humanity.
That is so
when
true.
they took away their status.
And we're not talking about that actually enough.
No.
But no, it reminds me of us saying stop chopping limbs off of children, and somebody says, yeah, no, I'm definitely not about chopping limbs off of children, perfectly healthy children. But that's just my opinion, though. You know what I mean? It's like, you would never say that, right?
No. Stand up for something.
Stand up for something.
Pluto is a planet.
Pluto. All right, everyone, that is it for today. Chris, how do you think the conversations went?
I think they're always going really well. Ottawa's been very supportive overall.
For sure.
A little bit of hate, but I think it was a tremendous week. We started a lot of conversations, especially yesterday at that protest.
That's right.
And my philosophy is one conversation at a time. We're going to stop this child abuse. By starting millions more conversations, we're going to stop it even quicker, and that's what we're doing.
Absolutely, man. If people want to find your work, where can they find you?
I'm on all the major social media now, at Billboard Chris, and I've got a website, billboardchris.com. They can support me through there if they wish. But really, I just want them to get educated about this subject and talk to people in their sphere of influence.
You guys, if you want to check out Billboard Chris's work, I will put links down in the description below. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe for more videos and hit that bell notification button so you are notified next time I post. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Can children consent to puberty blockers? It's a no. It's a no.
Yeah, no, it's a no. But you notice Sherlock has his balls still.
There you go. Also, huge shout out to our founder tier members. I think we just have one. We might have a couple right now, but shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for your continued support. If you'd like to have your name at the end of my videos, become a founder tier member today. Helps the channel keep afloat and helps me make more videos.